All right. Hey, another live. We got Brandon in the building.
Hi.
We we got a whole bunch of topics, and I think we should jump straight the fuck in. But but I'll give you guys what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
It was your roommate. It was your roommate.
Oh, oh yeah, it was him.
Okay, so I I did want to tell the audience. Okay, okay. I'm using a timer. I use the timer so that everybody there's a timer so that everybody can have their own time, and they don't sit on the panel, and they don't get bored and antsy and want to leave, and nobody interrupts. So so for this reason, even with us too. So for this fucking reason, even with me and Brandon, we're gonna use the fucking timer because Brandon,
Yay, timer.
yes, and
Time
I'm gonna get
Nazi.
that and I'm gonna get that set up right now.
Howdy, Hemi. And while you're waiting for Absolute to get that set up, I just published a new joke. If you want to go watch it, just come right back because we're going to have a good show tonight.
Yep. Okay, let me check the in the comments section. Let me check the comments. We got Hemi. You can join too. We're gonna have you can speak your mind for 3 minutes straight on all. Speak your mind for 3 minutes on all of my topics. And Brandon, you can go first, or if you want to go first, you can go first. Up to you.
Sure. Well, as we were getting set up for the show tonight, Absolute and I were talking about Rand Paul and Dr. Fauci and their various conversations over the last few months, and how Fauci exposed himself as a fraud and a liar, and how he has, and lots of people in the CDC have been taking money from the drug corporations and then doing research that supports the same freaking pharma companies. Isn't that great? On our tax dollar dimes, they're making lots and lots of bank. And here's the big thing: the CDC and the university systems throughout America were forbidden to do gain of function research on various types of viruses. Even our favorite virus that we can't talk about on air was outsourced. That research, the gain of function research, was outsourced to different countries, including China. And as we found out during the Russian invasion, they had also outsourced that research to Ukraine and probably lots of other different places. Now, all that research data that was generated in Ukraine was seized by the Russians. So our tax dollars helped pay for that. And they got all kinds of good new health data that, and information on how to do this gain of function research to make viruses much more transmissible. Isn't that great? And our tax dollars paid for it. And we increased the knowledge worldwide of how to make a better fucking biological warfare agent. Just because the CDC was forbidden to do that research in the United States. Now, that in the United States part was not intentional. They were just supposed to be forbidden to do it, period. but they found a way around it, a legal loophole that fucked the entire planet. Isn't that great? I fucking love these guys. And these sons of bitches still have their jobs. Fauci is the highest paid government official in our government. He makes more money than anybody else in the US government, including the president. Now, he doesn't have the perks that the president has, but he still gets paid more than the president has if you don't count all the fucking slush fund money that Hunter generates for Big Joe. But I hate these fuckers, and they fucked us all. Every single last one of them. Every death that occurred was that son of a bitch's fault. He should die by torture, slowly, over the span of 2 or 3 years, painfully. Motherfucker.
And those were Brandon's contributing thoughts, and I appreciate them. I also want to throw in. When Brandon. This is a note for all future panels. Especially, this is a note for all future panels. If we have like 10 people on the panel, what I just did is I muted my mic while you were speaking. I put myself on mute, because I put myself on mute if people drop shit or breathe or move their mic or make a noise. I put myself on mute in case I made a noise, and I didn't want to throw you off. So
okay, I'll mute myself when it's your turn, which it
I
is right
appreciate
now.
Okay. Okay. So this Rand Paul, Fauci. I believe this Rand Paul and Fauci thing. Rand Paul is trying to rip Fauci. I am a new asshole. And it looks like he's moving forward. I do think, but I do think that Fauci is going to find a way to weasel himself out of all his accusations. It's news. It's news that he's already trying to retire. He's already in the process. He's already trying to retire himself right now. When he's under all this crap, he's trying to retire. Which if that's not suspicious, enough, then you look at the crap that he's actually under. First of all, it looks suspicious. First of all, it just looks bad. First of all, it just looks suspicious. First of all, it's just not a good look if you're under all this crap and now you decide, oh, I'm going to retire now. I can't stay. I'm not standing on the truth. I'm not standing on my own 2 feet. I'm just kind of I'm under all this crap, and now I'm going to try to weasel. And I bet you he's going to succeed. I bet you with all this crap, they're gonna have distractions. They're gonna have a bunch of distractions, and just like Hillary Clinton, she weaseled her way out of her accusations. Just like Hunter Biden, he's been weaseling himself out of his accusations. Just like many people in the elite political realm, and the elite just famous people. Some of them, if they know the right people, or they're well liked, or they just or whatever the case, they find a way to out themselves. They find a way to weasel themselves out of their bullshit. They find a way. I'm trying to think of. Okay, I'm trying to think of so many other examples, but I'm going to run out of time, and I'm going to steer off into a different direction. But to stick with Rand Paul and with Fauci, I think that Rand Paul, you can't trust what you see on the television. You can't trust anything. I don't. I take everything I read and everything I watch and everything I see and everything I hear. I take it all with a grain of salt. But I think that Rand Paul is doing a good job. I wanted to.
Yeah,
Throw
Jim
some.
Jordan also is has been taking it to Fauci pretty good too.
You, you know Ron Paul and Ron Johnson.
I know of Ron Paul. I don't know anything about Ron Johnson, but he's got a great name if he was a corn star.
I, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a good one. Okay.
Well, I can give you an
Okay,
executive.
okay. I think I know more about Ron Johnson than I know about Ron Paul. But I can get into that. But if you okay, why you want to start your time?
Yeah.
On what topic?
Well, I'm going to give you examples of people weaseling.
Okay, fine. But okay, well let me take like 10 seconds to tell you who Ron Johnson is to my knowledge. I think he's
Okay.
okay. Okay, I think Ron Johnson. I think he's a senator. I'm not 100%. I think Ron Johnson is I think Ron Johnson is a senator of Wisconsin, and he's dead again, and he's a Republican, and he's dead against Fauci and the jab.
Yeah. My based roommate says yes, he is.
Yeah.
So we have a impartial observer in the room that I'm broadcasting from, and he really fucking knows his shit.
Awesome.
All right, waiting. There's the timer. All right. Well, if you want to think about weaseling, you know how they've been going after the Donald, left and right. Now they're in prison, or they're arresting and investigating and raiding the political allies of the Donald these days. Well, think about Epstein for a second. No, not yeah, Epstein. He got convicted twice for being a child trafficker and having sex with underage girls. And all the people who he had records for, because he was doing blackmail on them, all of those people, of a crime that's so heinous that, there's UN commissions on child trafficking, that those records were sealed. And we can't, as regular people, find out who the other scumbags were that Epstein was peddling all these underage boys and girls to. There was, an international child prostitution ring going on, and all kinds of people were riding the Lolita Express, having a grand old time, thinking that none of this would ever be a problem. But those records were sealed. Why were those records sealed? You know why? Because of the party affiliation for the scumbags involved sucking and fucking these children. These fucking pedophiles are being protected by the federal government at the highest level. That's why Epstein, who died of suicide, of course, committed suicide. When the guards were sleeping and the cameras weren't working, and he just happened to have nothing in the cell with him, and he was supposed to be on suicide watch. Well, all of those people got their protection. And Giselle Maxwell, she's not singing at all. She got a sweetheart deal. She had to go to prison somewhere, but she went to a freaking luxury resort prison where the same place that Martha Stewart went. Club Med or Club Fed, or whatever you want to call it. They actually have cooking classes and a golf course at that prison. Isn't that nice?
That's pretty. Yeah. That's good info. That's great. It's good info, and I'm. It's the first time that I heard about it, but that's disturbing.
Well, you've heard, I'm sure, that the list on the Lolita Express was sealed, and all the records for the visits to the island, all of those have been sealed. We cannot see them. Period. They are protecting these people.
I think I saw flight logs. I think I saw flight logs in a
There's
list.
been partial flight logs released. They released the one showing the Bill Clinton and what's his name, Bill Gates, and a few other people were riding the Lolita Express.
I heard the Trump was on it.
Well, if Trump was on it, they would have fucking crucified him.
The flight logs that I saw, the flight logs, they had everybody. The flight logs had many famous people on the list.
Yeah, I saw parts of the flight logs as well, but then they sealed everything. Can you do a Google search for the flight logs? It should come up. I know that Clinton wrote it 4 times. And in Epstein's house or his apartment in New York, when they raided it, there was that picture of Bill Clinton in wearing Monica Lewinsky's blue dress. You remember that painting? So Epstein and Clinton were tight.
And speaking of paintings, there was this. I forget the guy's name, but he was a pedo in Washington D.C. and he had these sick paintings in his house.
I can believe it. DC is full of them. I saw this documentary once claiming that there's I can't remember which organization. I think it was the Bilderberg, and that one of their initiation rites was to have the people involved in the Bilderberg group commit some type of a sexual crime, so that they would be part of the group, and everybody else was under the same type of influence. So if they fucked up or they revealed the secrets, they could be disposed of, publicly humiliated. Yeah, blackmailed. But it's, you know, just because everybody was doing it, everybody could blackmail each other, and that way the secrets were kept.
That's the big weapon. That's the big weapon. Blackmail. Do you know the guy? That's the big weapon is blackmail.
Well, that's the influence part of power and influence.
Yeah, you know, they're blackmailable. But do you know the guy Anthony Weiner?
I don't know him personally, but
have you heard?
I hear he's a stand-up guy.
Uma Abedin is the husband, and Hillary Clinton is involved. So,
right.
Okay. They're all blackmailable. and you were going there. And I was trying to give you the word is blackmail is the elite's weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Images. I want what? There's wow. There's no images for Lolita Express flight logs.
Yeah. Like I said, it all disappeared.
That's a little bit sus.
Well, they raided um, James O'Keefe's office and took all, because that's where the images and everything was stored, were on their service or server. The FBI raided his office and took all that shit.
I'm still looking. I don't want
And
some major article. I don't want to. Okay, I typed in Lolita Express flight logs. I don't want some major fucking some common. I don't want some popular news place. I want like because they're gonna cover it up. Let's see, Donald Trump and all this shit and all this shit is about. Oh, Trump was on there.
well, there's stories about him being on there, but I don't ever remember seeing his name on those flight logs. You know, because there was people trying to paint him with the same broad brush, but I didn't ever see the evidence of that. Trump has his own fucking plane. Why would he need to ride the Lolita Express?
Hmm.
Trump, on the other hand, he had his own access to young women. Remember, he used to own the Miss America pageant. So why did he wouldn't need Epstein for that type of access? Because in his own words, he could just walk up and grab him by the pussy. So Trump ain't no saint, but you know, I don't think that he was involved with the Epstein crowd. That's all I'm saying.
They're not showing the actual flight logs. On Big Tech, they covered this. They covered it up.
Big Tech and the NSA. Gotta love those boys.
I did read when this story it first came out. I did read some names, and it was a bunch of famous names.
Yeah.
It was like it was politicians, it was celebrities, it was politicians, it was actors, it was celebrity. It's fucking disgusting. They were all pretty famous people.
Hell, Prince Andrew got busted for that. He's no, you know, he was persona non grata at Buckingham Palace after it came out that he was banging 17-year-olds at Epstein's London apartment.
I wonder if the girls were into it.
The one in London was an actual prostitute, and when she could no longer, you know, she ran into the wall, and when she could no longer make bank off of spreading her legs, she started telling. who her former customers were when she was underage.
It sounds like Stormy Daniels.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
We could talk about. I mean, this is. I mean, 3 minutes. I mean, we could talk about whatever the fuck we want. I mean, I have a list. I have a list. We could talk about Alex Jones. We could talk about double masking. We could
Well,
talk
it's
about.
your turn, man. It's your three
Okay.
minutes.
Well, okay. So,
I
so,
will.
so Stormy. I'll go in on Stormy Daniels and that whole thing, and then you can go right
Don't
after.
forget the DC Madam.
Who's that?
Oh, you don't remember the DC Madam? God, kids these days.
Did she have a name?
I can't remember her name, but she ran a bordello in Washington D.C. and kept a list.
Okay.
This was back in the 90s.
I don't know about the DC.
A lot of people were very embarrassed. People like Ted Kennedy, people like
Let's.
Alexander Byrd.
Larry Bird.
No, Senator Byrd.
I don't know who that is. Okay. With Stormy Daniels, it is the funniest. It is the funniest situation, and I enjoy talking about it. Basically Trump. He paid Stormy. Basically, Trump. He was married to Melania, and you know, if you have billions of dollars, if you're famous and you have billions, you're not and you're an alpha male. You're not constrained. If you're an alpha male with billions of dollars, you're not constrained to monogamy. He basically paid Stormy. He basically paid Stormy 120 $1,000 for her to keep her stupid fucking mouth shut. And guess what this bitch did? When she started getting a little bit older and she could barely make money stripping, she was like, fuck this. I'm putting this shit out into the open and putting this shit out. I'm putting this shit out in the public. I could probably make a book and the fame and the speeches and the press. It will make me I'm rich and famous once again. It, it was probably a better deal. It was probably a much better deal than taking the 120,000 and keeping her mouth shut. She probably had to give back. She probably had to pay back the 120,000, but she probably made more money. But she probably made more by exposing all of this shit. And and I make jokes. And I made a joke on Gone with John's stream. It came up. I brought up Stormy Daniels, and basically for 120 fucking $1,000. You do you know how many prostitutes? Do you have any regular $100 $200 prostitutes? You know how many Asian massage parlors you can visit for 120 $1,000? Let's do the math. At 200, let's call it 300. Let's call it $300. And for and for 300 you can get anal. And for 300 you can get all three holes. You can get a raw blowjob and you can get all three hole and you get anal or for $300. Let's do the math. I'm Donald Trump I'm Donald Trump. I'm Donald Trump. Donald Trump. I'm tripping over my words. Donald Trump. He could have banged on 400 prostitutes instead of Stormy Daniels. I'm Donald Trump. I'm Donald Trump. He could have fucked. I'm 408. Donald Trump could have banged. Donald Trump could have fucked 400 Asian bitches right in their ass. 400 Asian bitches, full service. Donald Trump. Donald.
Keep going, man. You're on a roll.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump could have banged 400 Asian fucking prostitutes instead of Stormy Daniels. Instead of telling Stormy Daniels to to instead of tell, instead
He
of
didn't
tell,
do it because they're from China.
instead of telling yeah. Okay, but honest, but okay, you for $300 in New York City, in $300 anywhere really. Well, in New York City, I'll use you can get full on, you can get like raw blowjobs and put it in a girl's butt. You can get that for $300 easily. I'm Donald Trump. He could have banged 400 prostitutes of whatever race he fucking. Donald Trump could have banged 400 prostitutes, Russian, Czech, Hungarian, like his wife, anything. I'm Russian. He could have banged Russian, Hungarian, Czech, Ukrainian. He could have banged he could have banged whatever the fuck he wanted. Spanish. He could have banged Puerto Rican. He could bang a Puerto Rican bitch, a Mexican bitch. And he doesn't like Mexicans too much. And a Dominican bitch. He could have banged whatever the fuck. Not even he doesn't like Mexicans. He doesn't like illegal Mexicans in this country. And I agree with that shit because these cartel motherfuckers, dude, they'll fuck, bro. These cartel bro. Have you seen the cartel execution videos, Brandon? I don't even know
No.
why. I don't even know why I brought up his wife. When I thought of Hungarian, the first thing I thought was Trump's wife. But that's neither here nor there. But he could have banged. But he could have banged any fucking top tier. He could have banged any tenant. He could have banged any top tier race or any race he wanted. Period. He could have banged. We're talking 400 prostitutes. We're talking. But he's famous and he would have got exposed. But we're talking. He could have banged. For $300. You can get full fucking service for $300. You can get raw blow. You could skull fuck a bitch for 2 hours if you want. You can you can you, you can if you give a girl in New York City, if you give a working girl, you give a girl $300. Yo, hey, could I face fuck you? Could I If you give a girl $300, yo, could I just grab you by both sides of your head and start face fucking you like you for 300 for easily? And like if you like, dude, I mean, and if some girls, if they have their reservations, you could be like, yo, here's $500, here's 1,000, even for $1,000. Let's say a girl said, let's say there was a girl and she was like, look, and she was like, and the girl said she would let you skull fuck her, but you had to give her $1,000. You had to give her $1,000. He could have did that 120 fucking times. He could have face fucked. He could have grabbed the bitch by the hair and started skull fucking 120 different bitches instead of Stormy Daniels.
Absolute. Do you need to take a cold shower, man? You're getting really excited about this.
You know,
Jesus.
I've been on hooker sprees and money talks. And money talks. If you want to put it in a girl's butt, you can do it. You can do it, but the price, it has to be right. If the price is right, the sky is the fucking limit. If the price is right, the sky is the limit with these prostitutes. I'm just telling you. I'm just
Well, they're
saying.
whores for a reason, man.
Yeah, I'm just telling. Whether they're in, and some of them are in, some of them are into it, some of them are not into it. You know, it's more enjoyable if they're into it. But if you tell a girl, but if you tell a working girl, hey, I'll give you $500. You can get any hole that you want for $500.
Hey,
You can get
absolute,
you can get any hole you want for $500. I
absolute. I got a question
guarantee it.
for you.
Yes.
I got a question for you, absolute. Do you know what the difference is between a mosquito and a hooker?
No, I don't. What is it?
The mosquito stops sucking when you slap it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I, you were talking about sucking, and that's my best suck off joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. When I say the price is okay, when I was telling you about the price is right. Okay. I've been to
Right.
Asian brothels. And I was at a white crackhead brothel. I was at a cheap white crackhead brothel
Jesus
in an
Christ.
Asian brothel. And when I tell you that money talks, dude, you can bang you can bang if you go to one of these if you go to an Asian brothel, there's like 6, 7 girls sometimes, and you could and if you walk in there with $2,000, you could fuck all 7 of them at the same time. I guarantee it.
Okay. Hey, do you know what the difference between a prostitute and an onion is?
What is it, Brandon?
I only cry when I'm cutting up an onion.
Oh man, that's beyond dark humor. You know what I like about prostitutes?
What do you like about prostitutes, absolute?
You don't have to talk to them.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
And there's been dude on average 30 seconds, dude, on average 30 seconds to 2 minutes from when I walk in the door to when my penis goes into one of her holes. It's 30 seconds to 2 minutes. It's a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing, man.
And money talks. Money talks with these hoes. And in strip clubs, and you know what's funny? Brandon? Is that some
Oh,
people
when the stripper cries?
when a stripper, yeah, that's
I think
hilarious,
that's
Brandon.
funny.
When
It's not a good
yeah,
it's not a good lap dance unless the stripper is crying.
sure, okay,
Okay, I'll stop with the jokes. Go ahead.
yeah, okay, because I wanna focus. I wanna. I was focused. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, I
Well,
wanna focus on
you
what
knew who
this
you were
thing.
getting on your panel.
No, I know, and I like to lighten it up sometimes, but like I'm really focused on this point, which was. Don't tell me I forgot the fucking point.
You were talking about strippers and what was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, some people will knock you and give you shit if you go to a brothel, but you're a lot cooler. But it's a lot cooler if you go to a strip club and you bang a stripper. And to me, and to me, there's no fucking difference. And to me, whether she well actually, if she's on the street, if you pick up a girl on the street or you do an out call, usually okay. If there's so many fucking scenarios. Okay, strippers one thing. Strippers one thing. But okay, if you pick like your lot lizards, right? You guys are gonna be truckers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when you guys go out and you go to like a gas station or a parking area, you're gonna run into lot lizards. I can almost guarantee.
Right. And
Those
we've
girls.
actually been taught how to keep them away from our trucks.
Oh wow. You
There's
put a
there's
flame.
there's act
You put a
well there's
flamethrower. You put a
no
flamethrower on.
no what the deal is there's certain lights you can turn on your truck that give them the signal that you want company,
Oh,
and that you're supposed to, when you stop the truck, you're supposed to make sure that those lights are extinguished so that you don't ever get
oh,
unwanted
lights off.
visits.
Yeah. What they knock on the door? They just outright open it, or I don't know what they do. Like they probably knock on the
Well,
door. If it's
there's
locked,
some of
you
them.
should keep your
There's
door
some of
locked.
them. There's some of them that will knock on the door, but you have to, the truck stop um, rest and rest areas are notorious places for robberies. So if you're in your truck, or even if you're not in your truck, you're supposed to always lock your door if you're inside and wanting to rest, or even when you get out, you're not supposed to ever leave your keys in. Like if you're doing your walk around, you're supposed to take your key with you,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to, if you get out of the truck, you're supposed to like open up the curtains to the back so they can't hop in there when you're not looking, hide in the back and wait for you to fucking get down the road and put a gun to your head and take all your shit.
Yeah. Like I can only imagine. If the lot. Okay. Okay. First of all, where I was kind of going. First of all, even if she's just a regular hooker that's not looking to rob you, she's probably you're probably getting like sloppy 15ths. You're probably
Oh yeah. And
if she's a
they
lot
ain't taking showers between.
that's where I was going. Yeah, exact. Like you're not like this hooker is not. If this hooker starts at 9 p.m. and she's trying to make money, she's not gonna suck somebody. She's not gonna suck client number one's dick and then go inside and wash herself off and take 15 minutes to do that and then go on to client number two. She's trying to make money. She's trying to make money. So she's sucking dick A B C D like in succession.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, Tom, Dick, and Harry, says the base roommate.
Yeah, like
Some other shit they're doing these days. They fucking they've got people who go out there, and if they watch you go in, like you take your duffel bag with you to go and take a shower, they'll come out, Slim Jim your truck, um,
what do you mean by Slim
unhook
Jim?
your break into your truck.
Oh,
You know, they'll basically pull your tractor away from your trailer, come in with their own trailer. I mean, with their own tractor, hook up to your trailer, and you get done with your shower, and you come up and you find you've got no more fucking freight left.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's some grimy. I'm surprised. That's some grimy shit. They can do that while you're sleeping.
Well, they can't do it while you're sleeping because you're inside the cab. But if you leave like if you go in to grab a bite to eat or go take a shower or something, the fucking watch that, and they know what you're hauling.
They'll break the window.
It's anything to get inside and hotwire your truck. They pull your truck away because all the trucks these days have theft, anti-theft shit, and it sets off alarms at the company, and also the company's going to alert the state police or wherever state you're in. But they hook up to that trailer. The trailer doesn't have all that fancy stuff. It might have GPS on it. You can disable that with a fucking pair of diagonal cutters, and pull that fucker away, and they're gone. They've taken $1 million right there. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, like out calls. if the chick is a streetwalker or she does out calls, it's usually you're usually getting a filthy used you usually getting like sloppy fifths or 15ths or whatever.
Yeah.
I like in calls. I I like in calls. They don't know where I live. They usually like some of them get lazy. Some it's some of them it's case by case, but they're more likely to shower between clients in an in call than an out call.
Well, good for them. Personal hygiene is very important.
I like easy pussy.
Well, that too. I've never been one to pay for play, but
It,
you think about it. What's marriage? You know, it's just a more expensive, slower way to pay, and they get to bitch at you between sessions and control the fucking access to pussy.
yeah.
So I'm not one to look down my nose at
And
at
here's the
at, at,
thing, Brandon.
at the use of prostitution.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing about prostitutes, about regular women, about the bitch can leave at any fucking time, Brandon. Bitch, any the bitch can go at any given moment. The bitch,
And you can go too.
exactly. But but like, let's say if you're investing, if you got a hot piece of ass and you think that if she's beautiful and she's doing stuff for you, um, you can bounce. You can just she can get a better deal. She can get bored. You get a better deal, or she can just be a dick juggler, or she can hang around dick jugglers.
Yep.
Yeah, like her. Yeah,
That's
her.
what my first wife did.
Yeah, like
So
her. Like
yeah, I'm
what
well
her
set.
friends. What your first wife? What her friends? What your first wife had a bunch of shitty friends that kind of steered her away, or her family.
Shitty friends and shitty family both.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the problem. And I've dealt with that with damn near every broad because the social pressure. The feeble mindedness of most of feeble mindedness of damn near all women and a lot of men. Most women they care too much what other people think, and unfortunately they don't and unfortunately they don't care about what the dude who's banging her. They'll think more about what her. A lot of girls that think more about what their mother thinks, about what their cousin thinks, about what their sister thinks, about what their friends from work think, about what I don't know, about what her socials what
Yeah, well, that's all
yeah,
the whole thing of the feminists considering men to be, bestial and you know, if you dehumanize somebody, you no longer have to pay attention to what their opinions are.
yeah, they care too much, and it's a sad thing, and it's a sad thing like it's a sad thing that they care more. Sad thing that in most cases, unless like okay, for example, okay, I thought about this. Okay, I thought let's say you take a Melania Trump. Do you think okay, let's take what we take okay, Melania Trump. Do you think that she cares more about what her family in Hungary in Hungary thinks about her or what Donald Trump and his people think about her?
Oh man, I think that Melania is a very closed person and won't reveal her true feelings to anyone. But I'm pretty sure that that she doesn't give a fuck what Donald thinks.
Yeah.
So just from
Well,
some
who
of the
knows?
rumors I've heard, of
Okay. Okay, like if
apparently she is not the easiest person to live with.
you've heard stories.
I've heard stories, but they're just stories. because she keeps a really good, tight control on what is what is said from coming out of her mouth. She doesn't talk shit, and I can respect that.
Yeah, like I don't think that she has been unfaithful.
I wouldn't know about that, but I do know that she absolutely loves her son. She loves Baron very much, and she is, he is her project. She wants him to, get into the family business and be wealthy and be accepted by his stepbrothers and stepsisters, even though they're much older than him. And she wants, she only wants the best for her family. Baron, not necessarily the Dawn. But she is not going to cheat on Dawn because she also loves the fucking status. And she loves the fucking unlimited fucking spending.
Yeah, well, like
And
most women.
she saw what happened to Melania.
Yeah, well, like most women. Yeah, well, like most women, if she were to separate, she would be kind of well off.
Well, she'd be well off, but she wasn't. She wouldn't have. I'm certain that Trump's been married 3 times, and none of the ladies ever took all of his shit. So he's got something going where they're not able to get to his stuff, to his cash. He's got good lawyers and good prenups ahead of time, and her standard of living is much higher with him than without him.
Let's welcome. We got Cybertoxin. Let's welcome
Hey, Cyber.
Cybertoxin into the stream.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm glad you guys are just kind of bantering, going over just anything, hey?
Prostitutes,
That's why I came up, because I didn't have a whole lot that I could have prepared to, reflect on the topics. I've been pretty busy.
Yeah, it's we started with Rand Paul, and then we went into prostitutes.
Oh my.
We started with Fauci and how he's going to resign, and how Rand Paul was trying to fucking stomp him into the ground. And then we started talking about prostitutes.
Yeah, Rand Paul's been tearing Fauci up for months now. Well, trying to. Fauci's pretty good at dancing. And I think he just danced himself back into the shadows. He says he's retiring, but he's just stepping back into the shadows, just getting out of the spotlight. You know how they do. They treat each other with favoritism.
Yeah,
So just as quickly as he retires, he can pop back up under some different title, some kind of different responsibility.
I can give you 3 minutes I give you 3 minutes for a monologue if you want.
I don't even know what to shoot for.
You can talk about
go
Fauci.
ahead for a while.
You can talk about Fauci and wherever you can talk about Fauci and wherever your mind goes. And you can talk about Fauci and whatever direction you want to fucking go in.
Okay. Well, to start off, the funniest thing I've seen about Fauci was him holding up a picture, pointing at it that said "Fire Fauci" on it. That was freaking hilarious. I've got a meme. I'll share it with y'all later. He's definitely been quite an example for failure in his field for quite a long time. I seen Hemi mention something when the other thing came out. He was trying to scare everybody with the HIV. I was talking with my friend about a different acronym. Honesty, integrity, and virtue is the kind of HIV that needs to be spreading around, but they seem to be trying to inoculate the world of that. And oddly enough, the guy that was pushing fear into people's hearts so that they'd push some kind of experimental juice into their arms, up to his old tricks again. But the networking these days is a lot different than it was back then. And there are definitely advantages as well as disadvantages to the type of networking that we have in our country with the internet. And I don't know if you read that big post that I wrote on the Discord the other day about how they want to provoke reactions from people so that they can record them all with these machines. And once they do that, they can basically get a feel for who reacts a certain way, you know, to certain stimulus. And they're basically trying to push people into expressing all of their thoughts and feelings enough so that they can create a topographical map of worldwide human psyche in order to exploit that knowledge and make it seem like they can predict the social behaviors of the future. If they're ever able to do that, they'll have an illusion of omniscience to make it look like they actually know the future and what's going to happen, but it's going to be an illusion.
Oh, I'm certain they're working on that toxin. I'm certain they are, because, you know, just the amount of research that's gone into predictive advertising, you know, could be directly transferred over into what you're talking about.
Yep, they started it with the grocery cards where you sign up and you can get a discount on all these things, or they'll mail you different coupons every week. And that allowed them to practice at recording what people were going to buy and knowing their shopping habits. And now they've moved up to Facebook even knowing when you're going to poop.
Yeah. Well, here's something scary that should scare the living shit out of you. A couple of times when I've been different places, like in a mall or walking through the concourse of an airport, I've gotten, if I stop near certain shops, I will start getting text messages from that are advertising products inside those shops. Just because I'm fucking walking by and stuff. My phone is off, or not off, but it's not, I'm not actively using my phone. It's in my pocket. But they know, using my GPS without my permission, that I'm stopped near what, you know, wherever, and they actually know which direction I'm facing. Yeah, that was especially clear when I was fucking transiting the airport in Frankfurt. You've got, when you go through the Frankfurt airport, you have to actually walk through a whole bunch of their shops to get to your gates. And if you stop in one of the duty-free stores and start looking at German schnapps, you're going to get advertisement for fucking schnapps.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was strange that I started getting advertisements for mobile homes after my boss was talking to me about his cousin having just recently bought one. We had like a 10-15 minute conversation about how they charge you for these mobile homes and they charge you for a lot. They make sure that you can't just park it wherever, you have to actually get a lot. And for the next 48 hours or so, or within the next 48 hours, I had received probably 5 different advertisements on YouTube. And the strangest thing about that is the microphone for my Google applications and such is disabled.
Yeah.
So either
Well, I've
that
got all my
disabling
stuff
doesn't
set.
work, either that doesn't work, or it's because of my proximity to his phone and his phone was picking up our conversation.
Well, you never will know, because I've got my phone set to only be have anything active when I'm using the application. That's how I have my permissions set up. And I know that that's a lie because of the way that I'm advertised to. I know that they are fucking, the apps that are downloaded on this phone, whether it's through my carrier, or some fucking thing that I have no control of. It knows a hell of a lot about where I'm at and what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck because I don't fucking read my text messages unless I'm expecting one from somewhere. I've got maybe 20,000 unopened text messages in my fucking file, but it's still, it's still, they're doing it. So fuck that shit. Fuck
Yeah,
Big
they're
Brother.
trying to play God.
And if they're doing it in advertising, anybody else can get that data. And the adding in AIs into this whole mix really, really is scary.
Yeah, there's a birthday coming up in my family. So I was talking to my mom just today over the phone, and she mentioned to me that about a month ago, her Facebook got hacked by some Zen Chen dude, and she was still connected to it. She said she was upset that somebody's got all her contacts and all that. And she said she just started deleting everything, including his friends list. And she started crying about it and was just upset because she's got a bunch of sentimental things, and memorabilia and pictures and stuff on there that she just had to delete. And I mentioned to her how more tragic it would be if she actually had her existence tied into there, and if she was working off of it, had a business going that was dependent on that. And I told her, just imagine what it would be like if Facebook contacted you and said that they were going to lock your account, which is your lifeline in your business, unless you removed the cross or the Bible background, on your front page, or you wouldn't be able to buy or sell anything unless you effectively denied what you believed in. And I could tell in her voice that her face was just as exasperated as her voice was. She was like, "Oh," like, yeah, think about it. They're trying to funnel people into a system that they can control remotely with the push of a button. And all you have to do is not fall in line, and they can red light you. You can't do anything about it.
Yep.
I started telling her more about what I've been learning and seeing online, and I had to stop because she was absorbing all of it and listening, and it was freaking her out. She's not ready for that, and I don't think she's going to be around for the worst of it anyway.
Well, it looks like we've got Sith. I cannot pronounce your name. Sith.
Sif.
Absolute.
Yeah, it's just a surname based on the Sif of Star Wars. How are you, bros?
Doing
Welcome,
great,
good.
man.
We're doing good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw the title. So it's about what's going to happen during the winter, food shortages and all that shit. Again.
Oh yeah, we talked about prostitutes for a good 20 minutes.
Ah,
We
Yeah,
talked
Absolute
about.
got very excited when you figured out how many prostitutes you could get for 120,000.
I'm about to give. I'm about to give my 3 minute. It'll probably be less. I'm about to give my monologue, and let's try something out. When somebody gives a timed a monologue, when somebody gives their timed monologue, if everybody can mute, if everybody on the panel can mute, so that like no noises and no you know what I'm saying, like I'm gonna be less than 3 minutes. I want to give my monologue on the Stormy Daniels and prostitution.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Stormy Daniels. She got paid $120,000 to keep her mouth shut. Donald Trump wanted to bang Stormy Daniels discreetly. Okay, I don't know if she got a fee. Okay, I don't know if Stormy Daniels got a fee on top of the $120,000 for keeping her mouth shut. But I did the math, and if you paid a prostitute $300 for full service, you can bang you can bang 400 prostitutes for $300 with full service and putting in each of their butts for $300. You can bang 400 prostitutes in their butt. You can bang you can bang 400. You could bang and scuff. Yo, Brad, Brad is dying. You, you can bang. You can bang. You can bang 400 you can bang 400 prostitutes. You can skull fuck 400 prostitutes. You can skull fuck 400 prostitutes for the amount of money that you can skull fuck. You could skull fuck. You can ass fuck. For you can skull fuck and you can 400 prostitutes for the amount of money for the for the amount of money. You could you could do whatever the fuck you want to the 400 prostitutes for the amount of money that Donald Trump paid Stormy Daniels to keep her stupid whore mouth shut. You could bang 400 prostitutes and do whatever the fuck. I mean, you might have to negotiate with some. $300 with $300. If I go to a prostitute right now with $300, I'm putting it in her ass. You there's very few exceptions. And Stormy Daniels, she could have, dude, $120,000 to keep your fucking mouth shut. And I don't know, and 120,000 was only to keep her mouth shut. And 120,000 was to just say nothing. I don't know what the service price was. I don't know
So
what this
we're
I don't know what the base service price was, but yeah, 120,000 just to keep her mouth shut was my understanding.
so if it's 120,000 for her to keep her mouth shut, it would probably be at least 3 times that to fill her mouth up, right?
No. I think to be reasonable, I don't think. I think she might have got in the five figures. I, I'm assuming she got it in the in the high four figures or in the mid. I don't think she got more than $100,000 for the actual bang. Because
So
most prostitutes because mo- be- because most prostitutes if they're a high end prostitute, they're not making more than like 10,000 or 20,000.
You
so
know,
40 to 80,000 to fill her throat, and 120,000 for her to keep her mouth shut.
with the collapse, there's gonna be a lot of prostitutes who want to find a sucker to get for protection and food.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's plenty there's plenty of people, there's plenty of dudes who went for the jab. There's plenty of people who are still blue pill simps. You won't
And
have too
there's a
big of
lot
a
of
problem.
and there's a lot of prostitutes who took the jab too, so they're not going to live a long time.
And the porn stars and the porn stars in Cali in the porn stars in
California.
California. Yeah,
I've
the
heard
porn stars in
stories of
California,
porn
they
stars.
all had to take the porn stars in California. They all had to take the jab. All of them.
I've heard stories of porn stars who dropped dead from heart attacks after the
Yeah,
jab, after taking a jab.
I heard there's
Doesn't
been a
surprise me.
trend. There's been a trend. Hashtag sudden death. Everybody's
Doesn't
getting
surprise me.
sad. Sudden adult death syndrome.
Yeah, SADS.
Yeah, that's a
And
real thing.
I heard somebody mocking the woke, and he was saying, "Oh, there's people just suddenly dying all over the place." Well, that's because of global warming.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Now the problem is that they fucking inject this shit in the kids. That's something that should
That is a
provoke.
problem.
That's something that should provoke the death of many doctors and many nurses. But I don't see people revolting for this shit. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah.
And mutilating them as well. That should
Ah,
at
trannies.
least be a life sentence.
I can tell you the Muslims or the Mexicanos will not tolerate this shit on their kids. They'll fucking kill you.
You guys wanna have a free discussion, or do you guys want your monologues?
I can
Sis hasn't
monologue.
had one yet.
I can monologue about prostitutes. That can be fun.
Where did Brandon go?
Uh-oh.
Maybe disconnected.
You guys want a monologue about prostitutes?
Yeah,
You guys want
I
a
can.
monologue? Who wants to go first? Who wants it more?
I can if you want. I've done several prostitutes in the past.
You got it. You got it. And then cybertoxin.
I don't know that I'd have anything to say. I've never paid for play.
You should
So
try it.
yeah,
You should try
the,
cyber.
I regret it because I prefer when a woman is enthusiastically wanting you for the fun.
Well, I
So
like money more.
so I've done several. It was almost a decade ago. I paid several escorts to have some fun. Yeah, it was super nice. You could put it in a butt. Anyways, wanted to know you could do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, and thinking about it, maybe I would have done it again if I was younger and could fuck almost all races of the earth. You could fuck with money. You fuck black, Latina, Middle East, North Africa, whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. I don't regret it in the sense that there is no engagement. You pay and you get the fuck out. Now what I paid like $5 grand, walking in several I think I fucked like 30 escorts. So yeah, it was not bad if I think about it. Most guys will be ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I don't give a shit. I'll say fuck the people who want to shame you for this shit. It's your money, it's your life. Fuck them all. Yeah, in a sense, you pay for play, and they don't come after you for nothing because you paid your fair share. So yeah, I think it's good for the guys who just want to have their dick wet, who are fucking ugly, and no women want to touch them. So yeah, for the incel, it's a good thing to. If an incel really wants to fuck, all he has to do is goes to a prostitute or an escort. That's the same shit, anyways. And gives her $200. He fucks her for 1 hour, and yeah, there you go. And maybe if he fucks prostitutes regularly, maybe he'll find one. He'll find one prostitute, one among 100 who will give him a session for free if he fucks so good. Who knows? Maybe. So for an incel guy, why not? Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that shit. I'm not doing it anymore, so fuck it.
Yeah, I banked 500.
I think you've wasted over 10 grand on prostitutes.
Oh,
Is
way
that
more.
correct? But you don't regret it, no? Don't you?
No.
Well, if they're not taking your money, they're going to be taking your time.
Yeah. Well, I've known a guy who fucked a prostitute. He was a good looking and he was hanging like a motherfucker. And several prostitutes wanted him for free.
I got one. That I wanted friends with benefits.
And he fucked like 200, and at least 10 of them wanted him for free just because he looks nice. And I think he fucked like 5 of them for free for several months. And one of them was then stalking him. I think he told me that there is one who stalked him, and she found out where he lived. That's fucked up. So you must be, when you fuck a prostitute and you do it, you must be aware that you can find a psycho who can yeah, be careful with that shit.
I found some nutty prostitutes.
Imagine you fuck her so good and she likes your whatever your she likes your she likes your face.
It was
So
my
be
dick
careful.
game.
Yeah,
She
your
likes.
dick game.
It was my dick game. That's what she likes.
Ah, she didn't like your you find you, oh, you're handsome, I want you for me.
She liked it all.
Yeah, well, that's good, I guess. Remember that they are just women, but they are damaged goods anyways. Their life is to get fucked when they're young and then to spend their older years alone, basically.
Yeah.
And
Well,
what do you think, since we are in this subject? What do you think about porn stars? Most porn stars are prostitutes.
It is cyber want. Um,
Yeah.
as
no, I'm actually going to head out.
we'll talk later.
All right,
Okay.
bro.
Well, see you.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah, a lot of porn stars are prostitutes. When I was
Yeah.
on when I was on escort sites, I saw a lot of porn stars who were prostituting themselves.
I think Kendra, I can name, I can name a whole list of um, porn stars.
Yeah, but
Kendra Lust.
if you think about it, prostitution is not bad for the guys who look ugly as fuck, who are so shy that they cannot talk to a woman. They give $200, maybe it's 1 hour, 2 hours, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants, as long as of course, there is limits. Of course, you're nice with the woman, she'll let you do what you want. That's all. Even if you are awkward, she doesn't mind because you're just there for the she's just there for the money anyways. Mm. But I got after doing it for several months, I got tired of paying for it, and I found out that there's no enthusiast. So now I will not do it again. Seriously. Maybe if I
Usually
was
not.
younger. Mm. There's no. She doesn't want you for you. She just wants the money. So yeah, there is no challenge. That's why most guys will not pay for it. It's not even because the girl takes 1,000 dicks. Because if you think about
Oh,
it,
that's definitely part of it, though.
yeah, that's part of it. But think about it. What
The
women
enthusiasm.
in, yeah, women in their 30s and their 40s nowadays, they take more dick than prostitutes. So yeah,
It's kind of like you said. It's
yeah,
the
it's the
it's
wanting. Yeah, she doesn't want you for you. You don't lo- you, when you find a woman, when you seduce a woman, she finds you attractive and she's wet for you basically. She wants you to fuck her. Because according to studies, it takes about 10 seconds to 30 seconds for a woman to know if she wants to fuck you. For example, if you look like Henry Cavill, imagine if you look like that guy. You go to a woman randomly in the streets you find cute. You have maybe, I think you have 90% chance of fucking her.
or Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, imagine how many women that guy did in his life for free, even before being a celebrity.
I
Yeah,
think
mm, probably 1,000.
I think Brad Pitt. I think Brad Pitt. I'm gonna show you a pic. Okay. I think Brad Pitt had him a jaw implants. I'm gonna show
Yeah,
you.
yeah. He did surgical implants, yeah, I think.
Angelina Jolie. For sure. I'm gonna show you some pictures.
Yeah, show me. When did he do that? Like 30 years ago? Because look, the guy is 60 years old now.
In my first folder.
Yeah. If I've heard Angelina Jolie is a fucking freak in bed, and she went to together they went to sex parties basically. Well, that's what all the Hollywood people do, anyways. They go to sex parties and they fuck each other basically. They swap they swap women. They take coke, heroin, and all that shit.
This this
Yeah,
looks it looks it
looks strange.
looks a little bit, yeah, it looks a little bit unnatural, and I'll show you another.
Yeah, that's strange. What the fuck is?
It looks it looks very unnatural.
And why do you do that? You didn't need to. I mean, it's fucked up.
Well, no, but okay. I bet you. I bet you he had. I bet you had a round. I bet
Ah,
you
you're
don't have.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wanted to look like Giga Chad. Okay.
It's unnatural. I believe I'm gonna show you some more. I'm gonna show you a bunch of pictures.
And compared to today, what's the difference? Does he still have a square jaw? What the fuck? It looks like a Photoshop if you think about it, but it is not. I remember. What the fuck?
Let's see what else.
That's that was in his 40s, or
Well, we'll take a look at this.
who is this on the left?
That's her.
What? But is that Angelina Jolie?
That's her.
You tell me that the girl on the left is her, but without makeup.
Before plastic surgery.
Oh, it's like they changed her face completely. What did
And
they
like I
do on
said,
her?
it's very unnatural for
No,
Brad
but
Pitt also.
he did his face too. Yeah.
They did both of them. I think
So she did a nose job. What else? Did she
the
do
jaw
a jaw job?
and in the
Yeah.
eyes, the jaw
Yeah, is what.
and the eyes and maybe the cheeks
But there is no scars. How do they do that without scars?
from from the inside.
Yeah, it's very well done. There must be
He's got
there
the
must
money.
be eh, might be 100,000 spent on her face, probably.
I'll show you some more.
That's that's impressive. What the best doctors can do on your face. That's more about the what? Ah, yeah. So this is Tom Cruise.
Yeah, you ready for this one?
Yeah. Who the fuck is this guy? I don't know.
I forget. I'm Zac Efron. I forget.
Zac Efron. He
I
looks
don't know.
weird. The two pictures look weird. On the left he looks like a demon, and on the right he looks like a demon too, but with none of the two faces look attractive. Anyways, he has a weird shape. His skull is weirdly shaped on the right, and on the left he looks like a yeah yeah. It looks like he did this. Well,
This is a botch. Let's see what else.
there's no Photoshop on the right. Oh, this is makeup and plastic surgery.
It's mostly makeup. It's mostly makeup.
You you will be you will be impressed what makeup can do to a black woman who looks like a gorilla. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, this one is not bad looking without makeup.
Yeah.
Even this one, if you look at it on the left, she looks like a 6, maybe a 5.5. Yeah. I'll say a lot of women look better without makeup. And if I had a daughter, I will not allow her to wear makeup until she's 18. No makeup for you, bitch. It seems to make their skin age faster.
Yeah.
That's why men look better than women. We don't put makeup. That's that's some mid curtains. That's what a vagina looks like after being used up for 20 years.
Yeah.
I
That's
can tell you.
that's
I
some
can
roast
tell
beef.
you.
That's some roast beef on ham.
I can tell you a lot of young women from 20 to 30 that to 40, sorry, they take a mile of big and a small panis. I have spoken to a lot of women who I did fuck them. They told me, "Oh yeah, more than 100 guys." Yeah, easy. And then they reach 40 and they begin to want to find a sucker. They're fucking insane. And they make and they go hard to get if you want to fuck them. Oh yeah, oh no, you have to be this and that to no. I have my criteria now. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this one. Uh, is this a Latina?
Probably.
She doesn't look attractive in either the two photos. And on the right, she looks like a guy. On the left, yeah, maybe she looks like a woman.
What do you think about this?
Sex tourism. They could include the other South African countries. Morocco is also a place of. Oh yeah. That's. But you could include uh, other countries in South Africa and Mexico. You can include it too. The guy you know that the guy Amir, he went to Mexico. The guy who runs MGTOW.tv.
Yeah.
So he went to Mexico and he found himself a single mom to fuck, which I don't mind. And he told the audience, yeah, it was fun, and I don't care that she's a single mom. When shit hits the fan in America, she'll be there for me, and I'll have some good pussy, even if she's 40. So yeah, you can find yourself a woman for free in South America if you want. For example, I did find some Brazilian woman who wanted me just for sex, but I had to go there in Rio de Janeiro, and man, that's I don't know, spending $1,000 and the fucking trip by aircraft. That's not the that's a lot of time spent on a fucking woman. Fuck this shit. Although she looked quite good. I would say she was a 7 out of 10. Mm. And she she I would have gone for free, nothing paid. In fact, she told me I could sleep in her house. She will pay for the food, but I know was a no, man. Do you have a channel on MGTOW.tv, by the way?
No.
You don't. You're not interested.
I had some issues. I'm signing up.
No, I have no issues to sign up. I like the site. There's a lot of different content creators, and he's mirroring other different stuff. Now there's a lot of PUA stuff, but I don't give a shit. I mostly don't watch that shit. So I like it. There's a lot of things about what's happening today with food shortages and the the new world order agenda, basically. For example, speaking about food shortages and energy shortages, Macron has has had plans since 2018 to close 5 power plants, 5 nuclear power plants, among the 40 we have. And I think he's going to close even more of them. Now, this motherfucker is provoking a debacle in his own party. So some deputies want to, some congressmen want to destitute his ass. Seems like the same thing that is that happened in England might happen in France in the next few months if France stays intact. Who knows? Because the electricity price is going to be soon impacted upon the people. They cannot maintain this artificial price for too long. The company that runs the electricity grid, which is called EDF, Electricité de France, is not going to be able to sustain. I think they have already lost $10 billion. The government has to put $10 billion in the electrical company just to maintain it afloat. And in the just past 6 months, they have lost $10 billion. So imagine for the next future, it's going to be a shit show. So are you prepared for what's going to happen in the food department where you are in New York? You have food and you have weapons, I think.
Well, New York, city, it's hard to get weapons.
Yeah, you're like me in France. You basically maybe you can get some maybe you can get some cutting weapons. That's all you can get. Yeah.
I can. I think I
But
might be leaving.
you're going to leave New York?
I think when I get some of my VA stuff.
You need more money to live. That's why. Yeah, I understand. I think New York is worse than some parts of Europe. I think it's much worse. The violence is insane.
Yeah, in the ghetto, in the hood,
Oh,
in
what?
the ghetto, in the like I think in the ghetto in Brownsville and in the Bronx
And
and
Harlem
different
too.
places.
Yeah, yeah. I saw a video of a guy what he had 20,000 in his vehicle, and his vehicle got assaulted, and the robber's vehicle basically he he he, he was bump he, he he basically run into the guy's vehicle at max speed, so he could take him out, and he stole he stole $25,000 at gunpoint. Because the guy, I don't know how the robber knew the guy had $20,000 in cash. It's probably they knew each other. Black people, of course.
I'm 50 Cent.
Yeah, yeah. He was a dealer when he was 25 years ago when he was younger. No, 40 years ago, I think. The guy is 50 plus. Yeah, the rap industry is fucked up. It's made a bunch of ghetto people. It's made of prostitutes and fucking drug dealers.
That's true.
Nick, Nicki Minaj, I bet she was a prostitute when she was before becoming a rap singer or whatever the fuck she is.
Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B was too, of course.
Cardi B was a stripper and a prostitute.
Yeah, that's the same. I don't see any difference between being a stripper and a prostitute. What's the difference? Don't most of them suck dick for 100 for a few bucks?
Some strippers, they just get
Don't
naked.
do. They will not
Some
get
strippers,
fucked.
they just get naked. They don't
They
fuck.
refuse to fuck. Yeah, even if you look good, they will not fuck you. Hmm. Maybe.
I don't know. The price is
I
right.
bet you. Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard several stories of guy who pay pay like $30 to get a lap dance, and the guy looks good, and she offers a blowjob for free. Depends, I guess. If you want that kind of shit, you go to Las Vegas. If you want some good looking prostitutes. Here in Europe, you have the red light in the Netherlands if you want that kind of shit. You also have Germany, but she has in Germany, and that she has a lot. Germany has a lot of strippers and a lot of prostitutes, and then you have Eastern Europe. That thing is quite rampant in that part of the world.
You want to go? You want to go? You want to go with me to the Hermits stream?
Hermits? Yeah, why not?
Yes. You have the link.
Link. Okay. Hermit is red pill too. Red pillow.
I think so.
Cool.
I sent it. Let's go over there.
Oh, nice. Inspiring men to go their own way. So is a MGTOW. Okay.
Thanks, audience.
Thanks for the. Thanks for the show, man. Well, I'll disconnect.
Let's go
Try
to
to go
Hermit.
on the.
Let's
I'll
go
try
to
to go
Hermit.
on the stream. Yeah. See you on
Go to
the stream.
Hermit. Thanks, audience.
See you on the stream if you accept my presence. See you.
We'll see. Thanks, audience.